So if you follow the channel, you know yesterday I did my dream college football offense of all time. I broke it down by different rooms from different seasons with different teams. I started with the quarterback room of the 2024 Texas Longhorns. I had the running back room of the 2007 Arkansas Razorbacks. I had the 2021 Ohio State Buckeyes receiving core. I had the 2023 Georgia Bulldog tight end room, and I had the 2016 Alabama Crimson Tide as my offensive line. Look, I'm liking my offense. Had a lot of fun with that. Think that team is absolutely loaded. And also, shout out to Jacob Klukas, who also accepted my challenge and built a very stacked team in his own right, man. I like it. It's a hell of a squad, man. Maybe we got to even get on this new college football game and even duke this out. Hey, we might even stream it. Hell yeah, I'll be all for it. And as much fun as it was to build my dream offense, today I'm really excited about this defense I'm about to show you all because, there's some heavy hitters right here. So without further ado, I'm about to build my dream college football defense. So let's get right into it. Coming in hot with my defensive line, I got the 2018 Clemson Tigers because I think this is the best defensive line without question of my lifetime or my fanhood, but I think of all time as well. For the first time in college football history, we had 4 All-Americans on that defensive line the year prior, and then they all come back. And, of course, you have Christian Wilkins, who is a 3-time All-American. You have Dexter Lawrence, who very good player in his own right. Of course, you have Clelin Ferrell and Austin Bryant to round it out. 3 of those guys went on to be first-round NFL draft picks. Austin Bryant being the lone man out, but even he was a high second-round pick on top of that. But yeah, this team was absolutely loaded. For those who have been following the YouTube channel for years and years, back before I started doing a podcast, back before, Matt and Ryan were even on the show, I made a video where I did a college football preview back in 2018, and preseason I predicted Clemson to win the national title. And I know that was the year that Trevor Lawrence was a freshman on that team, but we didn't know how much he was going to play that year because Kelly Bryant was still there. We didn't know when he was going to take over. We knew it probably would be a matter of time, but we didn't exactly know. But still, this defensive line was the reason I picked Clemson to win the national title that year. And they were an absolute force to be reckoned with that entire season. But yeah, argue with who you want, but to me, this is the greatest defensive line in the history of college football, at the very least, since I've been a fan of college football. But let me know in the comments, do you think this is the best defensive line ever, or if you think somebody else is better? But that wraps up my defensive lineman, man. Coming in hot with that one. Coming in at my linebackers, man, I got the 2008 USC Trojans. And this linebacker room, man, is absolutely loaded, dude. Of course, we all remember what Brian Cushing and Clay Matthews did in the pros. Awesome players. But, man, in college, man, y'all forget how good Ray Malaluga was. I mean, and I think what was so crazy about this linebacking core is that they all fit so perfectly together. You had Clay Matthews, who was a beast off the edge. Brian Cushing, who could cover sideline to sideline better or as good as anybody in college football. And then you have an absolute enforcer in the middle with Ray Malaluga. Oh, and to top it off, Malcolm Smith, the forgotten man from this room, just happens to go on and wins a Super Bowl MVP later in his career. So there's that, I guess. But yeah, the 2008 USC linebacker room is absolutely loaded. So I had to pick them as my dream college football linebacking core. And then to round off my secondary, man, and let me tell you, I wanted to pick 2005 or 2009 Texas so bad. But I just couldn't do it. Not with these guys right here, man. Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, I still believe to this day is the most dominant DB in college football history. Dude was a legit animal there. I mean, no pun intended. I mean, his nickname was the Honey Badger because, he just don't give a shit. But then you top it off, you have Maurice Claiborne, and then you have Eric Reed on top of that. I mean, that's just absolutely loaded. As much as I would like to talk about the Michael Huffs or the Earl Thomases or the Blake Gideons or Aaron Rosses of the world being a Texas fan, I just couldn't go against this squad, man. And just for shits and giggles, here's just a few things that they accomplished while they were in college together. Man, just absolutely loaded secondary. 2011 LSU was unmatched when it comes to secondaries, man. And like I said, I can't go against Tyrann Mathieu. Dude's the best DB I've seen at the college level in history. Most dominant, at least. So if you're keeping track at home, for my defense, I went with the 2018 Clemson Tigers for my D-line with Christian Wilkins, Dexter Lawrence, a.k.a. Sexy Dexy, Clelin Ferrell, and Austin Bryant. For my linebackers, I went with 2008 USC with Clay Matthews, Brian Cushing, Ray Maluga, Malcolm Smith. And then for my DBs, I went with 2011 LSU with Tyrann, Honey Badger Matthew, Eric Reed, and Maurice Claiborne. So all in all, I got a pretty loaded dream college football team. On offense, I still got the quarterback room of 2024 Texas with Quinn Ewers, Arch Manning. My running backs, I got the 2007 Arkansas team with Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, and Peyton Hillis. Wide receiver room, I got 2021 Ohio State with Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Marvin Harrison Jr., just to name a few of that loaded room. Tight end, we got 2023 Georgia with Brock Bowers and Oscar Delp. And then for my O-line, I got 2016 Bama with Cam Robinson and Jonah Williams, and I have that team scoring points while that team down below, that defensive squad, just completely shuts you out. But just like the video yesterday, let me know what you think of my team in the comments. Let me know if you can build a better team than that. I know Jacob Klug is going to be building a stacked defense on top of that, and I can't wait to see what bro's got in store for him. Also, give my bro a follow on the TikTok channels, all the socials. Even got a little podcast called Work the Crowd on YouTube, Spotify, all the social media accounts, Facebook, Instagram. Give him a follow as well. And as always, like and subscribe to Less is More Sports. And we look forward to bringing new content coming very soon.